Salut tout le monde. Ici Joey Alfieri des Alouettes. Grosse victoire 27-14 contre les TigerCats à Hamilton. Déjà, deuxième victoire à Hamilton cette saison. Le mois d'août vient de commencer. On revient plus. On revient plus. J'aimerais revenir une autre fois. Ça serait fin novembre pour la Coupe Grey. C'est la dernière fois que j'aimerais venir à Hamilton, mais 2 victoires, aucune défaite. Ici à Steeltown. Quelle performance en deuxième demi. Écoute, pas facile à la mi-temps, 11-3 pour les TigerCats, mais 18-0 lors du quatrième quart. Touché de Caleb Evans au sol, touché premier en carrière de Régis Sibassiou, l'ancien des Carabins, sur une passe de 37 verges de Cody Fajardo. Écoute, on parlera à tout le monde, tous les gros joueurs. T'as-tu le temps, Sean? Non, t'as pas le temps, Sean. T'as-tu le temps, Sean? Vas-y. All right. Mais un des gros joueurs, belle performance, passe rabattue. J'essaie de trouver les stats, Fred, mais je vais commencer avec ça. On va commencer avec 4 plaqués, une passe rabattue. Premier départ avec les Alouettes pour toi. Juste dis-moi ton feeling maintenant après une grosse victoire contre les TigerCats.
Ça m'a pris du temps me mettre en marche. Je pense que j'ai retrouvé mes repères un peu. Première demi, c'était pas évident, mais deuxième demi, je pense que j'ai réussi à ouvrir la machine un peu puis plus jouer à ma façon. Puis juste le fait de gagner le match, c'est énorme pour l'équipe. Fait que non, on est super contents.
L'attaque a bien fonctionné lors de la deuxième mi-temps. Vous autres aussi, c'était plein de séquences de 2 et out pour les TigerCats. Qu'est-ce qui a changé pour vous en deuxième mi-temps? C'était quoi le message à la mi-temps?
Honnêtement, il n'y a pas énormément de choses qui se sont dites dans le vestiaire à mi-temps. Je pense qu'on est une équipe qui croit toujours en nous, peu importe le score. Puis je pense que c'est ce qu'on a démontré pendant la deuxième demi. On tirait de l'arrière, puis on a réussi à trouver un moyen de prendre les devants et de garder l'avance.
Je pourrais te parler toute la soirée, mais je pense qu'il faut que tu rentres. Le coach doit vous parler. Merci beaucoup, Fred.
Merci.
All right, Fred Chagnon, des Alouettes de Montréal. Grosse performance de Fred au centre de cette défensive, de cette unité défensive. On l'a mentionné, 4 plaqués en défensive, une passe rabattue aussi. Oui, Simon, une autre victoire contre les Minous. Les Minous, ça parle fort, mais là, ces temps-ci, c'est un peu plus calme. Donc, merci à Frédéric Chagnon d'avoir pris du temps pour nous. OK, on va regarder les statistiques un peu. On a Cody Fajardo. Je sais que l'attaque, c'était difficile, on va se dire la vérité. Lors de la première mi-temps, ils ont marqué 3 points dans les 30 premières minutes, mais quand même, tu regardes les chiffres, 19 en 25, 318 verges, une passe de toucher, 2 interceptions, une interception, pas vraiment sa faute, le receveur est tombé, mais quand même des gros jeux lors de la deuxième mi-temps. On pense notamment à la flea flicker, comme on dit en anglais, à la longue passe c'était Courtney Davis. Il y avait une longue passe aussi, une coupe de longue passe à Austin Mack. Écoute, Austin Mack, 5 attrapés, 106 verges et le converti de 2 points qui a donné une avance de 3 points aux Alouettes. C'était 17-14 à ce point-là. Mais on regarde les statistiques. Tyler Snead, 4 réceptions, 90 verges. Courtney Davis, 3 attrapés, 55 verges. Sibassou, on va parler à Régis Sibassou bientôt. 37 verges, 1 touché, son premier en carrière dans la Ligue canadienne de football. Énorme. Tyson Philpott, 4 attrapés, d'ajouter. OK. Est-ce qu'on est encore en direct? Je pense que oui. On va continuer ça de même. En défensive, Cordell Rogers, 7 plaqués défensifs. Marc-Antoine Decoy, 5 plaqués défensifs. Chagnon, on l'a mentionné. Jamal Davis, 1 sac du corps. 1 sac du corps et qu'est-ce qu'on a, Jamal Davis? 1 sac du corps. Il y avait un botté bloqué aussi, je ne me trompe pas. Un botté bloqué. On a Tyrese Beverett, 4 plaqués. Bryce Notry, 4 plaqués. Sean Lemon, 3 plaqués, 2 sacs du corps, une interception, un échappé provoqué. Donc, quand même énorme de sa part. On a quoi d'autre qu'on voudrait mentionner? On va passer un peu en anglais. So, we'll recap a little bit in English here as the Alouettes win 27-14. Not a perfect first half. Carl says, finding ways to win are what championship teams do. Agreed. Hashtag Coupe Grey. I love it. Hashtag Go Owls Go. Look, wasn't pretty. Belle victoire, beau comeback, 100%. Well done. But just looking at what's going on. You got family outside? All right, I'll leave you alone. All right, I'll leave you alone. You're good. But yeah, big time performance. Everything good? Yeah. Sweet. All right. Yeah, everything good. Well, let's talk about the run game. I feel like the things changed offensively when the run game got going. 19 carries, 106 yards for William Stanback. If you were worried about William Stanback, it's player of the game last week, and it's a 100-yard game, his first of the season this week. Cody Fajardo, we talked about the offense kind of up and down a little bit, struggled at times in the first half. Things got going, like I mentioned, when the run game went a little more berserk, and they were able to finish a couple of drives for touchdowns, and it made all the difference in this game. But overall, for the team, you're looking at over 120 yards of rushing between everybody who got a handoff. So that's encouraging. Austin Mack, big game, was limited. We knew game time decision coming into this game. Austin Mack finished with 106 yards on 5 catches, including the 2-point convert, which ended up being huge. Gave the Alouettes a 3-point lead, 17-14 at that point. They never looked back. How about that? Down 14-9 at one point going into the fourth quarter. Win the fourth quarter 18-0. So not bad at all. So we have 106 yards for Austin Mack, 90 yards for Tyler Snead, 55 yards on 3 catches for Courtney Davis. Have to feel good for Regis Sibasu, who's been around a long time, played like an animal on special teams, to finally get that opportunity to go out there and win the game and really cement that game with a 37-yard touchdown catch is big. Nice to see Tyson Philpott get back in the flow of the game as well. Philpott got a couple handoffs. He caught 4 passes, made some plays out there. So when you haven't played from since training camp, came back last week, they eased him in. More of a role this week with Keon Julian Grant out. But that's a big-time performance from the offense in the fourth quarter, especially in the defense. I mean, look, defensively, they pretty much gave up nothing in the fourth quarter and towards the end of the third quarter as well. Bunch of 2-and-outs for the TigerCats. So, look, encouraging signs for the Alouettes. And now, we were mentioning this in French a little earlier on, but it's one of those things where you have the tiebreaker sealed up already. So not only do you have a better record than the TigerCats, Montreal came in 3-3, Hamilton was 3-4. Now you're 4-3, they're 3-5, and you've won 2 of the 3 matchups already. So you definitely want to be there next week when the Alouettes take on the Saskatchewan Roughriders at home. That is on Friday night, August the 11th. You can get your tickets, goowlsgo.com. You don't want to miss it. There's a promotion that they're running. I don't know who gave somebody permission to do this. It's a great deal. You buy 3 tickets, you get the 4th one free. So get 3 of your friends, convince them to pay for the tickets, you get in for free. That's what I would do. You guys do whatever you want. If you want to split the price of the tickets evenly, that's on you. Defensively, let's mention a couple things. We talked about all the 2-and-outs. How about what Sean Lemon brings off the edge? Just the second game for Sean Lemon of the season. Had the forced fumble on the first drive, the first Hamilton drive. Had the ball that was tipped up to him intercepted. Had a couple quarterback sacks. So Sean Lemon bringing the heat off the edge. And we were talking about getting more pressure on the quarterback. That's what a lot of the talk was during the bye week. But as of right now, I mean, you've got to think through 2 weeks, they have generated quite a bit more pressure. And I know at times in the first half they didn't, but still they managed to hold the TigerCats to just 11 points in the fourth quarter. So, on va parler un peu de Sean Lemon. We're going to switch back into French as the players are going to start to walk out of the locker room here soon. But Sean Lemon, ce qu'il amène sur le terrain, c'est sûr que c'est un leader, c'est un vétéran, c'est un gars, excuse-moi du trafic en arrière, mais c'est un gars que il a plus de 90 sacs en carrière, il amène cette pression. Juste seulement un deuxième match, lui, il n'a pas joué il a été retranché par les Lions de la Colombie-Britannique tôt dans le camp d'entraînement. Donc, il n'a pas vraiment eu la chance de se mettre en game shape. Je trouve que c'est quand même impressionnant pour un gars de 34 ans qui arrive, qui juste lors de son deuxième match, déjà la semaine passée, il y avait un impact. Déjà, cette semaine, écoute, c'était incroyable. Donnez-moi une seconde. On va essayer de te... Can you get Cody, please? All right. On va avoir Cody Fajardo. What's up, Cody?
Good to see you.
Good to see you too. All right, 19 of 25 for 318. I can live with that. One of the interceptions, I mean, it's just kind of it's unlucky the receiver falls down. Not the prettiest first half of football, but you guys, you hung in there and you literally fought through the second half. 18-0 in the fourth quarter was the score. Just walk me through the second half, what you guys were able to do and how you did it.
I mean, resilient. You think about the opening drive, sack fumble. They get a huge turnover. Our defense holds them to 3 points, puts it at 14-3, I believe. Once we went down, we got pretty close. We kicked a field goal. The offense did a tremendous job when we had to. We finished a drive, hit a huge flea flicker, queuing up, made a great play for us, finished with 7 points. And then our defense was just playing on fire. You know, I felt like a lot of momentum was on our defensive side. And the offense just wanted to continue to do our part to make sure that this game got a little bit out of hand and became a 2-possession game. But that group, I'm so proud of them. They're just the effort that they give, the resilience they give, the grittiness, the toughness. We have a very young team. And I don't know if people understand how beat up we were from the week before, how young we were on defense, how young we were on offense, moving guys around different positions, and to come into the Hammer and find a way to win. You got a really good football team in that locker room.
How did the run game help set the tone for you guys or swing things in your favor momentum-wise? Because I felt like Stanback really ran the ball well tonight.
The last 3 games, Stanback has really got going. And it helps because they got to stack the box and they play man coverage. We have great receivers that can win in man coverage. When teams play zone, it makes it a little bit harder. You got to throw underneath and you got to get the first downs. But our guys did a great job in man coverage of winning. And then also yards after catch. Snead did an incredible job on a couple short yard throws and going for 30, 40 yards. Austin Mack did his thing, missing all week of practice. There was not one rep we got together. And so, we're only on our 7th game together, but that just goes to show the chemistry we have with one another. And it's very uplifting and very exciting for me to know that he can miss a whole week of practice and we cannot miss a beat.
5 for 106 for Mack, 4 for 90 for Snead. You mentioned Davis. He had 55. You guys connected on the 43-yard flea flicker. Walk me through the throw to Sibasu, though. I saw Regis in the hallway. I said, first touchdown, we win. I can live with the penalty you take after the play. But just a throw, walk me through that throw, and that was the one that sealed the game.
Yeah, it was designed great. We had put Austin Mack in the flat, and 2 guys fell off on him, and we had Sibasu at the tight end position, kind of hiding at the tight end position. He slips out wide open, and it's one of those balls where you don't overthrow, don't want to underthrow. You just want to put it on him. But what I'm really proud of is he finished in the end zone. He could have easily got tackled at the 1 or 2 yard line, and he finished in the end zone. So you could tell how much it meant for him to get a touchdown.
Finally, I'll let you go after this. How you feeling physically? We saw you getting massaged on TV.
Yeah, that one was tough. I got a little bit of a nick here that I'm going to do everything I can to be ready for the next week. And, I pride myself in my toughness and being out there for my guys, and I'll do everything I can to be ready for the next week.
I don't have to tell you who you're playing next week. Congrats, Cody. Thank you. All right, Cody Fajardo des Alouettes de Montréal. Oui, ailier rapproché. C'est ça qu'il a mentionné, un ailier rapproché. Can we gotta talk to this guy? So you got the football on the punt, right? You blocked that?
Yeah, man. It was exciting. Oh, it's not.
Jamal Davis. So just JD, walk me through that, because I know the offense scores 18 points the fourth quarter. It's 18-0, you guys win, but you guys forced them 2 and out repeatedly, time and time again. Sean Lemon had an interception, so it was, you guys defensively really balled down.
Yeah, we had to, man, do it. I really give it to Coach Byron, man. He dialed it up and told me, just go get it, just all out, pump block, and I feel like that was a momentum changer, and I'm happy I was able to do that for my team.
I think what impressed me more than you blocking it was how you tiptoed out of the way to not rough the kicker.
Yeah. I didn't want to get, I just wanted to be perfect, but Coach, I wanted to prove to him that I could do it, So I'm glad I did, man, and we got the victory, so I'm happy.
JD, the last couple of weeks since the bye week, everyone's been talking about getting pressure on the quarterback and how important that was. I feel like in the last 2 weeks, you guys, it's not just the sacks that have come, but it's also forcing bad throws and turnovers and whatnot. How much of an emphasis did you guys put on that, and what have you guys done to get after the quarterback a little more?
A lot of emphasis, man. Coach Noah Thorpe, man, give it up to him. He dialed it up for us, and he believed in us, and he put the belief in us. You know what I'm saying? He told us that, just go get the quarterback, and he believed in us. And Sean Lemon coming in has really opened up the gates for us as well. So I tip my hat off to the defensive coordinator and D-line as a whole.
All right, let's talk about Sean Lemon a little bit. Couple sacks tonight. He had the interception, the forced fumble on the first drive. Just what has he brought to this defense last 2 games?
So much, man. And I just told him, after the game, I said, man, you've been so big, just coming in. And for me personally, just inspiring me. And just talking to me every day. We really, really getting tight and, hanging out, and he just telling me stuff that I could do to get better. And I appreciate him a lot. Appreciate him. I'm glad he's here, man, because we're going to keep stacking these W's up.
JD, not easy to win in Hamilton. I mean, you've been playing the league for a long time now. You guys did it twice in a month and a half. You win the season series. How big was this win?
It was huge. It was a big one, and for the East. And now we got to keep stacking them. Just keep stacking them, keep the momentum, and I'm looking forward to next week.
Thanks, JD. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you.
All right, let's go. Sorry. There we go. Let's go. All right, let's go. Tyson, English, French? Let's do French. Okay, you want to do English? Okay, we'll do English. Tyson Copeland, former Carabin, made his CFL debut. All right, how'd you feel just going in there? What'd you feel before the game, and what'd you feel during the game?
Before the game, I was ready. I felt good, and I felt prepared, so I wasn't stressed at all. Ready to step up, and it was a crazy first experience. First win. Yeah. I'm happy for that, yeah.
Just on special teams, I thought you guys really were able to keep things in check. You guys performed well. You guys we just talked to JD about the big punt block that seemed to shift things your way. Just what'd you see special teams wise? You guys lost a couple Warriors along the way as well. How did you guys stick together on the teams and get it done?
So how we got it done, second half I stepped up. I did my job, and basically second half we all just shut down, did our job, and I got a first tackle also on punt, but they took it back, unfortunately, because of the flag, but it's all good. As long as everyone did their job, it's good.
What was the cell phone like when you got back into the locker room after the game? How many messages you get?
It's blowing up. It's going crazy, yeah. It's like text messages right now.
There you go. Thanks for this, Tyson. Appreciate it. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, Tyson Copeland, des Alouettes de Montréal. All right, let's go. You can leave it on. That's fine. As long as I can understand what you're talking about. Reggie Stubblefield, who made his first CFL start tonight, didn't allow a reception your way. All right, I know you and I talked this week, but I want people to feel the emotion that I felt coming through you. You got cut at the end of training camp after the second preseason game. You got called back after there was a couple of injuries. Just take me through your state of mind from when you got cut before they called you back and just what that was like for you emotionally.
Like I said earlier this week when we spoke, it was a lot of emotions because I felt like I said, my body of work throughout training camp was great. And I felt like leading up to the preseason games, it was great too. But to get cut in this league, it hurt a lot. And I understood, though, too, because of the depth chart, because of roster number limits. Like I said, I was the last cut, and it hurt a lot. But all I did when I got back home was put my head down and work. I worked every single day. I was in the gym in the morning and at night, and I was always ready for an op. I remember Coach Mons and Eric telling me they pray something happens so they can bring me back. And they said the moment something happened, I'm going to be the first guy they call. And they did that. So they held their end, they held my end, I appreciate it. And it was a lot of emotion because I didn't just get cut the second preseason game, but I got cut against Hamilton. Yeah. So this game meant a lot. So for me to go out there, allow no receptions on some of their best receivers, you know what I mean? It's what I'm supposed to do, and I did that. So, yeah.
The secondary, very young tonight. I don't know if people realize it. I mean, it was your first CFL start. It was J.R. Reed's first CFL start. KB and Ento and Cordell Rogers have been with the team starting this year. You guys locked it down. How did you guys do that as a secondary?
Like I said earlier this week, too, we always around each other throughout the week. We hang out with each other. You're going to see me and Cordell, JR, and Ento always around each other. So we always talking to each other. We always hanging out in each other's rooms. We always talking about film. And even though we rookies, we treat this like a pro game. We walk like pros. We talk like pros. And we feel like we the best on the field. We don't care if we playing against a guy 28 years old, 37 years old, how long you been in the league, it don't matter. When we step on that field, it's time to put that work in. So that's just what we do. We handle our business.
Congratulations on the win, Reg, and all the best. Let's see you next week against the Riders.
Yeah. Yep, appreciate it. Thank you.
Right, Reggie Stubblefield of the Montreal Alouettes, who got the job done tonight. He mentioned it, 0 receptions allowed in his first CFL start. Et c'est une belle histoire, j'aimerais le mentionner, j'aimerais le souligner en français aussi. Reggie Stubblefield, c'est un joueur qui a été retranché après le camp d'entraînement ou juste avant la fin du camp d'entraînement. Et là, il y avait des blessés. Il y avait Nafis Lyon qui s'est blessé. Il y avait Ciante Evans qui s'est blessé aussi. Et là, ça prenait des demi-défensifs. Donc, qu'est-ce qu'on fait? On va et on appelle les joueurs qu'on connaît, qu'on a vus, qui ont bien performé lors du camp d'entraînement. Et c'est ça qu'on a fait. Donc, Reggie Stubblefield est de retour. Et avec les blessures, là, on ajoute Deontay Ruffin. Donc, c'est... you have a sec? You can come this way. You can come this way. Chandler Worthy, there we go. So, Chandler, that wasn't pretty that first half. Let's just put it that way. Take me into the locker room at halftime. What's being said? Is it quiet? Is it loud? Who's speaking? What's going on?
I would just say like it was a little quiet, but I feel like throughout the entire game, the one thing was preaching was belief, and everybody believed that we were going to win that game. There was no doubt in nobody's mind that we were going to lose that game. So I think that what that second wave was just that wave of belief, everyone coming together. And I think it was a great win for our team because now we're starting to see that if we all come in together, nobody can beat us.
Yeah. Look, not an easy place to win in Hamilton. You guys have done it twice in about a month and a half. How did you guys get it done? You wrapped up the season series. How tough is it to win here, and how did you guys get it done?
It's tough, but I think every time we come here, it makes us better because we're challenged. We're forced to go in there and fight with everything. And I think that this is what it's going to take for us to be a championship team, is that everybody to give everything you got every play, and that's how you're able to make games like that happen. So we're just building character for the team, preparing us for bigger moments.
And I think the way you guys overcame it, it was a team effort. Like we just talked to Stubblefield, young secondary, all kinds of guys are banged up. Sibasu makes a big play. Cody fighting through something, making a big play. Special teams, JD stepped up. Sean Lemon made plays. You made plays. So to me, it was a total team effort. Like when you get those kind of wins, how do you guys feel? I know every win's great, but when you really get contributions from everybody from top to bottom, how does that make you guys feel?
It grows that belief that we can win the championship. When you see everybody like making plays, doing little things to get us over that edge, you start to see that when we come together, we're stronger than one or two people just only being to themselves. And if we keep picking each other up, no matter what happens in the game, we're stronger than if we're apart. So I think that's what the day did for us, was build character and a backbone that we can carry with us the rest of the season.
I hope you and I don't see this place until next November, okay? Well, let's come back in November.
You know it. Yeah.
All right. Chandler Worthy of the Montreal Alouettes was nice enough to stop by. Mais c'est ça, on parlait de... Là, je m'en souviens pas. On parlait de l'arrivée de Sean Lemon et ce que ça fait pour ce groupe. On se le cachera pas. C'était pas évident. Quand tu n'arrives pas à déranger le corps arrière adverse. Donc, qu'est-ce qu'on a? Oh, une belle statistique, Martin. William Stanback now 6th in Alouettes history for rushing. Yeah, William Stanback, we talked about it. 106 yards on 19 carries, 5.6 yards. Et on va juste résumer ce que Chandler Worthy a dit. Mais quand tu as des victoires que tout le monde a aidé dans cette victoire-là. La tertiaire est très, très jeune. J.R. Reed réussit une interception. Cordell Rogers, Kebion Ento et Reggie Stubblefield ont bien joué. Tu as Fred Chagnon et Bryce Notree au centre de la défensive parce que Avery Williams est blessé. Si je ne me trompe pas, Armando Sewell n'a pas fini la rencontre, mais on a quand même réussi des gros jeux, des ballons rabattus à la ligne de mêlée. Donc, c'est vraiment un effort complet. Et Chandler dit, quand on gagne comme ça, ça donne une confiance en soi que on peut y arriver, on peut gagner le championnat quand tout le monde contribue. Et c'est ça qu'on a vu lors de la deuxième mi-temps, en particulier lors du quatrième quart. Je l'ai mentionné une couple de fois, mais le pointage lors du quatrième quart, 18-0. 18-0, c'est gros, là. C'est énorme. Donc, de gagner sur la route, quand les choses ne vont pas bien, cet revirement de situation-là, c'est quand même impressionnant. Donc, grosse victoire pour les Alouettes. On retourne à Montréal avec une fiche de 4 victoires et 3 défaites, tout seul en deuxième position de la division Est. Les Argos ont perdu hier. They deserve lots of cupcakes. Yes, great story on Heather last week in the Montreal Gazette for all the cupcakes, brownies, candy, Mr. Freeze, cookies. Cookies are good too. So thank you, Heather. Great story. If you haven't read it in the Gazette, Herb Zurkowski had a great piece on Heather. And yeah, c'est ça. Donc, grosse victoire à Hamilton. Là, les Alouettes gagnent la série tête à tête. C'est 2-0. Il reste un affrontement à Montréal. Donc, les TigerCats ne peuvent pas gagner la série tête à tête, ce qui veut dire que si on est à égalité, les deux équipes sont à égalité dans le classement final à la fin de la saison, c'est les Alouettes qui ont l'avantage. Donc, grosse victoire des Alouettes de Montréal. Mais si tu as n'importe qui d'autre, J.R. Reed would be nice. Donc, on va essayer de voir si on peut aller chercher quelques joueurs. Mais ça va très, très bien du côté des Alouettes lors de la deuxième mi-temps. Et là, comme on l'a mentionné avant, les Rough Riders de la Saskatchewan qui viendront visiter le stade Percival Molson. Je l'ai mentionné en anglais, je pense, mais toute une aubaine. Si tu achètes 3 billets, tu as le 4e gratuit. Donc, essaie de trouver 3 amis, puis you have time for me now or no? You have time? All right, so okay. I want to leave you be with your family. Tyrell Richards, nice enough to join us. First of all, on that return the punt return that their returner dropped and that you nearly picked up, you were held the whole way down the field. But you don't have to say, I don't want you to get fined. I'm just going to say it for you. But how did that one feel out there? Especially, special teams wise, it was a little rocky at first, but you guys had the big block by JD, and special teams really contributed to that win tonight.
It felt a little rough at first just because I felt like I could have got there. But, having to give that 5-yard rule, that was the first thing on my mind before I even saw him bobble it. But I'm just glad I was there to make him kind of pay for his mistakes. I wish I was just a little bit earlier, but that's how it goes. JD, hell of a game. Defense and special teams. So shouts out him. Shouts out Coach B for making all those calls. And shout out to Coach Thorpe, too, keeping the defense locked in all week and game planning appropriately for.
How did you guys turn it around? Like, it's on the road, it's not an easy place to win, and then you guys come on the fourth quarter and you dominate 18-0 in the fourth quarter. How did you guys do that in all 3 phases?
It's how we attack practice. It's how we attack every day. When you go in with a certain type of mindset, it doesn't change. You could be down, you could be whatever, and guess what? We still grind and we still gonna play every play like it's our last. So as long as we play by play every game, then we got a chance to be in it.
How are you feeling physically? Like, how do you feel through 7 games?
Oh, I feel good. I feel fresh. I'm ready to go out there and kill some. That might be a fine. Sorry. Yeah.
Thanks, T. Rich. I appreciate you stopping by. Congratulations. All the best. Tyrell Richards. On va voir s'il y a d'autres joueurs, mais je pense que ça va être tout pour ce soir. Malheureusement, le coach est déjà passé, mais on va parler au coach tôt dans la semaine. C'est une semaine courte. On joue samedi. Non, on joue vendredi. Donc, c'est samedi, je pense. Oui, on est samedi. Là, on retourne à la pratique tôt la semaine prochaine. Et c'est pas mal tout pour ça. Donc, comme je mentionnais, le joueur du match Budweiser. Oui, le joueur du match Budweiser. On va essayer de trouver Sean Lemon. OK. Martin, merci pour le rappel. On va essayer de trouver Sean Lemon, joueur du match Budweiser. Encore une fois, Sean Lemon, c'est ça. On parlait de Sean Lemon. J'ai été interrompu une couple de fois. Sean Lemon ce soir. 3 plaqués, 2 sacs du corps, 1 sac, un échappé provoqué. Et oui, tu sais, quand même. C'est ça qu'on mentionnait avant. À 34 ans, il va avoir 35 ans bientôt dans une couple de semaines, si je ne me trompe pas. Et il n'a pas joué depuis le début de la saison. Là, tout d'un coup, il arrive, il joue la première semaine. Take your phone call. Do you have a second for me later? Okay. Bev, you want to come in? You guys are all welcome to jump in if you like. We could. There's 4 of you, I think. You're live on the Alouettes postgame show. Okay, all right, okay. So we got a budget.
We live, baby.
All right,
we live, baby.
Okay, I'm gonna try to get you guys one at a time. You guys can all. Yeah, I do. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna start with Standback. We talked about it before the game, not on camera, but you said you're gonna run wild on these guys. You did. 106. I really felt like the game started to change offensively when the ground game got going. Did you feel the same way, and how did you feel there?
Oh, yeah, just sticking with the motto and sticking with the game plan. You know, my guys up front, they really made it easier for me. You know, it was some tough times where we got like shorts, like maybe 2 or 3 yards, but we stayed with it, and we just stayed consistent and confident in our run game, and we got the job done.
Okay, Pio, that's your cue. The guys in the trenches. Just walk me through what changed. You guys down 18-0 in the fourth quarter. You're able to run the ball at will. You guys had the big play to Courtney Davis there at one point. But just how were you guys able to change the momentum of the game?
Tu
peux me répondre en français?
Merci, man. Ouais, c'est sûr qu'on voulait courir le ballon. Puis on sentait que de course en course, commençait à se fatiguer. Il était down aussi quelques D-line. Fait qu'on savait qu'il allait commencer à être fatigué quand le quatrième quart allait venir. Fait que juste continuer course après course, aller chercher 3 verges, 4 verges, 6 verges. Puis on savait qu'à un moment donné, il y en allait avoir une coupe qui allait popper pour plusieurs. Puis non, ça a super bien été. Content pour Stan d'avoir 100 verges la première fois cette année. Puis content pour la O-line. On a super bien joué. Puis on continue comme ça.
Qu'est-ce qui a été dit à la mi-temps? C'est quoi le message à la mi-temps? Parce que c'était pas facile lors des 30 premières minutes.
C'était juste de se réveiller, honnêtement. Je sentais qu'on était un petit peu endormi. C'était, honnêtement, au début du match, je trouvais que c'était quiet un petit peu dans le vestiaire, mais quand même, on était capable de se retrouver puis de jouer du football comme on est capable de jouer. Puis super content d'aller chercher une victoire, surtout à Hamilton sur la route. Fait que non, ça fait du bien.
Tough de ne pas être content pour Régis Sibazou. Je sais qu'il a pris la pénalité après le toucher, là, mais il mérite. C'est ça que j'ai dit, mais juste parle-moi un peu de comment tu es content pour Régis.
Content pour Régis, man. Ça fait longtemps qu'il travaille fort. Non, man, je suis juste vraiment content pour Régis. Je pense que c'était son premier.
Oui,
son premier touché. Oui. Fait quoi, il mérite la célébration, man. Moi, je donne.
Puis, tu sais, on a vu plein de blessures cette semaine. Austin Mack était game time decision. Cody, on a vu ce qui se faisait masser. Tu sais, vous autres, dans in the trenches, vous êtes banged up aussi. Juste parle-moi un peu de la résilience de cette équipe-là avec tous les blessés que vous avez en défensive aussi.
Tout le monde est prêt. Tout le monde est prêt à jouer, que ce soit number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4 in the depth chart. We're all ready to play. Fait que c'est next man up mentality. On peut pas vraiment contrôler ce qui se passe avec les blessures, mais comme on sait qu'il y a des dogs en arrière des autres dogs. Fait que, il va toujours y avoir des dogs sur le terrain.
Grosse entrevue bilingue, PO. Merci beaucoup. Félicitations.
Merci, man.
Right. PO Le Stage, qui est assez gentil pour arrêter avec nous jaser un peu. Écoute, Sean Lemon est le joueur du match Budweiser. On va essayer, on va faire notre possible. Il faut retourner à Montréal. On va voir si on peut convaincre Sean Lemon à sortir. Okay, I need a little bit of help. I need Sean Lemon to come outside because he's the Budweiser player of the game, okay?
I'll get you, Sean.
There you go. I wouldn't mess with you. Alors, vous l'avez entendu, PO Le Stage va faire son possible pour amener Sean Lemon avant qu'on quitte. J'aimerais juste souligner le fait qu'on va avoir un résumé écrit après ce match-là, qui va être écrit par moi, traduit par quelqu'un d'autre. Merci beaucoup, Pierrick. Et on va avoir un résumé. Attends. Parfait, l'angle de caméra. Tu as l'air plus large que Le Stage. Ouais. Je te garantis que je ne le suis pas du tout. Il est quand même plus gros, plus fort que moi. Oui. There he is. All right. We got to get the sponsor read on. So the fans, Sean Lemon, everybody, the fans voted you the Budweiser Player of the Game. So congratulations for that. Not bad for a guy approaching his mid-30s who didn't have a training camp. And, you set the tone early on defensively with the forced fumble, but just how did that one feel for you?
It felt amazing. I'm just thankful for Coach Thorpe, Coach Irvin. Those guys, they caught me up to speed. Yeah. They spend endless hours meeting with me early, answering questions, always being available, just helping me understand the defense and, how to play fast in defense. So I just commend those guys, Coach Quick, Coach Irvin, and, Coach Thorpe, and they did a great job with that.
How much work is it for you, though, to get caught up to speed? I know it's tough for them to get you caught up to speed, but for yourself personally, what's the challenge of coming into a new team, coming into Game 6 and playing right away?
Well, for me, it's kind of a gift that, I've been able to play in multiple different defenses. So all of it's, it's still football at the end of the day, just different terminology for different things. And like I said, I'm just thankful that, just to have an opportunity to play a game that I love. And, all I'm doing is executing the game plan that Coach Thorpe, in place for us. So I'm just thankful for that.
You've been on championship teams tonight. We're not going to lie. The first half was a little rough, but I thought defensively, you guys brought it. You first forced some turnovers. You guys got after the quarterback. JD had the partial block on the punt. Offensively, they got things going in the fourth quarter. You guys won the fourth quarter 18-0. How were you guys able to turn it around in hostile territory on the road?
Well, at halftime, I spoke to the team and challenged everyone to forget the first 30 minutes of the game, whether it was good or bad, and to just come out and just play the way we play football, play fast, have fun, and everybody responded. You know, when we play the football that we play, we're going to win games.
Appreciate you doing this. Thank you and congratulations.
No problem. Thank you, guys.
Sean Lemon, Budweiser, player of the game, le joueur du match, Budweiser, Sean Lemon. Alors, prochain match, ça va être le 11 août, 19h ou 19h30. Oui, ça va être contre les Riders de la Saskatchewan. Encore une fois, vous pouvez acheter vos billets, goosgo.com. Le spécial, je vais le mentionner une dernière fois. Achetez 3 billets, le 4e est gratuit. Donc, invite 3 de tes chums, puis toi, tu ne payes pas. Donc, c'est comme ça que ça fonctionne. Merci beaucoup tout le monde. Merci pour les commentaires. Merci pour les questions. Merci pour être à l'écoute. Thank you, everybody, for jumping on this live. The Alouettes win for the second time in Hamilton this year, and it feels good. We're heading back to Montreal with the W. Have a great night, everybody. Merci beaucoup.